So hello and welcome everybody to this week's Soul Wisdom Akashic show with me, Natasha Harris, your host here every Wednesday at 4 p.m. UK time, talking into little topics around how you can support yourself to elevating yourself in your business. So for those of you that don't know me, never come across me before, I work with conscious business owners to support them to take their business and their life to the next level of leadership and impact. And today we're really talking into this great topic of leading yourself to greatness. I just kind of love this idea of how we can lead ourselves, how you can lead yourself, and how we can lead everyone towards greatness. Greatness in our own lives, greatness in our relationships, greatness in our business, greatness for what we stand for in the world and the change that we want to see. So this is really for you if you feel that you have that greatness within you, if you have a spark that you know you are here for something more, something bigger, and that's not for everyone, and that's okay too, but you might get something out of this because it's being in our greatness, being in leading ourselves towards this, in our family, as part of our community. So it doesn't have to be huge. Greatness can be expressed in so many different areas of our life, and it doesn't have to be big, doesn't have to be standing on a stage, doesn't have to be like shouting it from the rooftops. Some of the people that are kind of like the quietest about certain things have a really strong message and can still reach many, many, many people. So do you know you're here for bigger things? Do you know that you want to be, have a bigger impact in the world? You want to affect change, shift consciousness on the planet, and lead in a very different way, one that is full of unity, connection, love, peace, harmony. So if you're jumping on and you're joining me live, please just let me know where you're watching from. Where are you joining me from? Let me know in the comments. I see the comments, that's always helpful. And if you're watching the replay, do type #replay, do tag me, let me know where you're watching from, and if you've got any questions along the way. Always love to be for this to be as interactive as possible. Questions come up, inspiration comes through, divine inspiration and guidance comes through. Hi Marina, how are you? Good to see you here. So what you will learn today is really how to make those first steps into leading yourself into this greatness. We are all leaders. At the end of the day, we are all leaders. We lead ourselves. You and I and everyone else. Even if you watch young people, children, they're kind of like strutting their stuff. They know where they want, they know where they're going. They're leading themselves towards something that they desire. Now, as a parent, you might come in and say, yeah, that's not the best idea. That's something different. But we have to start recognizing that we are leaders. We are all leaders. We are leading our own lives. We are sovereign beings who have free will and choice in whatever area of your life that might be. And today, right now, I feel that we need to understand this idea of self-leadership in a much bigger way, in a much more powerful way, and how we can start making choices for ourselves, really stepping forward, talking about what we desire, what do we want, what do we choose, and allowing ourselves to be heard. And that can feel really unsafe right now. To have a differing opinion from anyone else is feeling rather rocky. And there is a fear around us about how we speak up and we say what we want, for fear of being shunned, removed from communities, taken off YouTube, taken off all sorts of different platforms from saying something that is questioning something. And so this is where I really believe if we stay open-hearted, if we stay open-minded, if we stay curious about what we're hearing, what we want, what we desire, how we want to lead, how do we want to impact change in the world, staying curious, we become much more powerful manifestors, because we start to do things that align to who we are, that are right for us, and we stop trying to fit in and seeking approval from everyone else. We give away our power, our leadership of self, immediately that we ask someone else for permission to speak, to say what we think, to ask if we're allowed an opinion. We give up our power away in that moment that we even think it. We can reclaim it by are not asking that permission, but so many of us are out there asking permission. Is it okay that we do this? Is it okay that I say this? I don't have that. Stay open, ask questions, be curious. Allow yourself to be in that curious space. You know, we have to lead ourselves through all sorts of situations, all sorts of challenges, all sorts of conversations, relationships, interactions with everyone. And if we lead ourselves, but with heart and with this purposeful direction of this is going to mean greatness for me, for the person I'm interacting with, the situation that I'm involved in, for everyone else, it's going to ripple out and ripple out this greatness, then we can really affect change on the planet in a huge way. Does this mean that we will make a mistake? Yes, absolutely. Will we say something that might upset somebody, that might be against what their beliefs are? Yes, we'll make a mistake. We'll say something in the wrong way. We'll say something that will trigger someone else, challenge someone else. But that's okay if we can do it with heart, openness, curiosity, that you stand beside them in their challenge and in their trigger, and you don't keep going and keep triggering, that you can allow them to have their moment and lead your way forward through their own challenges in a situation. And also for yourself, notice where your challenges are coming up. We will make mistakes. Oh my goodness, I've made so many mistakes to get me to this stage in my life, in my business, in my career, in my relationships, with my family, with my friends, with everyone. And we don't give ourselves enough credit. So let me know how this is resonating with you. Where do you find that you give away your power, or where do you find you're too afraid to make a mistake, therefore you don't lead yourself? Like, where are you doing that in your life? How is that showing up for you? Let me know in the comments, because this is really powerful stuff. This is where we really come into our own, where we stand in our sovereign power and we allow ourselves to shine. This isn't power over. This isn't leading yourself above everyone else. This is leading yourself by example, showing people what's important to you, what you stand for, what you want to create in your life, the changes that you want to make in your life and your business and through the work that you do. And that gives everyone this ability. This is where we shine. This is where we stand in alignment with ourselves, and people go, oh, that feels exciting. Look at her shine, and I want me some more of that. How do I get that? How do I want to do that? But then people get into fear around, well, it means standing in your own leadership. It means standing for yourself. It's about making choices, staying curious. Where are you rubbing up against something? Where are you giving your power away? And rather than leading yourself to greatness, you're allowing others to lead you in a direction that doesn't resonate with you, is not aligned to you, doesn't make you feel good, and you're flailing around trying to fit in. Marina says it's so easy to give people coaching like support for free when I'd usually charge for it in a coaching partnership. Yeah, tell me a little bit more about that. What do you mean by that? Because yeah, it's easy to give your opinions away. It's easy to like kind of tell people what to do or tell people how to do things. Well, I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. So if you can just elaborate on that, that would be really helpful. Or if you've got a question in that. So where are you giving your power away? Because we do it every single day for most of us. Like, we're giving it away to some degree, with family, with friends, with in partnerships, with our colleagues, in our business, in our work environment, in our relationships. So we are doing it. And we kind of feel like sometimes we want to lash out at people. We want to like say, well, you're triggering me, you're challenging me, I don't agree with it. And it's so easy to fight back, to lash back. But leading ourselves is one about recognizing where we want to react and really coming into our own, taking a breath. Okay, what's that bringing up in me? Before I react to something, what's that bringing up in me? How can I stay in my own leadership? How am I giving my power away to something somebody has said that has triggered them? So it goes both ways, and it is about bringing compassion and awareness and curiosity into all of it. So as you stand in more in your own power and your authenticity, you lead yourself, and then you become extraordinary. You really do. This is what extraordinary leadership, purposeful leadership looks like, when we can lead ourselves through things that are challenging us, when we challenge others, and how we lead by example. How do you want to show up in a way that you're proud of every single moment? And this doesn't mean hiding your emotions, shying away from vulnerability. We are human beings and we have it all. In my communities, in my groups, if something's coming up, I want to share it. I want to share my experience of something that's challenging me, but allows me to also see what I'm learning from that experience, that challenging, that mistake, that moment that we all have, and share how I lead myself through it while I'm learning it, so that I can share that with my community and I can show them how to do that. We all make mistakes. We absolutely do. And that's okay. It really, truly is. So how can you show up in a way that you want to be proud of, that your future self will be proud of, for standing up for something in a way that is full of love, compassion, leadership, shown by the example of how we work our way through things. And sometimes with the ones that we're closest to, it can be the most difficult. Let me know if you've got a question. Let me know if you've got a musing or a thought around this, because this is really how we do things differently. This is how we stand for the new paradigm, the new shift on earth, the new earth frequencies that we want to call into. We want to be able to speak up, because by giving ourselves a voice, we show others that they can have a voice too, and that it's safe, that you won't ridicule them, that you'll hear them, you'll listen to them. You might not agree with them. That's okay. That's okay. We are 8 billion people on this planet. We cannot all agree. And now more than ever, we are being polarized, and we are not being allowed to have a differing opinion. We are being put in one camp of extremism or what the other camp of extremism. And this is not okay. This is not okay by any stretch of the imagination. This is not powerful leadership. This is not showing people how we can all have an opinion, how we're all different, how we're all unique, and how we can be in this moment and share that you respect other people's opinions, that you respect their decisions, that you trust their decisions for what they are doing. And in that, you command the same respect from others. When you respect other people and their sovereign rights to choice and free will, you are making a stand for yourself as well. So we are here for bigger things. If you're in my community, you're absolutely here to affect greater change on the planet. This isn't about being the same as everyone else, but it's challenging. It's hard to stand out from the crowd, but it doesn't have to be on a massive platform. It doesn't have to be hard. And the more people that we are impacting, the more likely it is that we are going to create some resistance in other people, and we have to get okay with that. We have to be sure enough in our own leadership that we stand by what we are doing, what the change that we want to shift in the planet. And for me, it's about every person on this planet standing in their uniqueness, stand in their unique power, their soul power, their sovereignty, their right, and their choice to make decisions and choices for themselves, regardless of what that is. And so this is leading ourselves to greatness. This is how we affect great change in our business, how we really make a stand for creating change on that planet. And then we bring other people along with us. And this is the beauty of it. So let me know if you've got any questions, any other thoughts, any other musings around this. Where do you give your power away? Where are you giving your power away to others, to circumstances, to situations, to loved ones? Where are you staying quiet? Where are you not leading yourself in an area of your life? And if you can see it in another area of your life, in your relationships, in your health and well-being, it will be trickling through into your business as well. So we don't always want to do this solely in our business, lead ourselves to greatness. It's like, where are we doing this step by step, moment by moment, through all of our relationships? I trust people explicitly to make their own decisions and to make their own choices around things. And if they don't agree with me or how I'm doing it, great. Stay curious, stay open, stay in wonderment of your own opinion and what you want to do and how you want to do it. That is why these systems of the 7 steps to the perfect marketing sales funnel, the perfect sales page, perfect sales conversation, it doesn't exist. It's about learning from different experiences, learning from different people, taking what resonates and molding that for yourself that feels right. And it is an ongoing learning process all the time. It's actually somebody I know very well. She wrote a post today saying that she used to have a sales script and she's torn it up and she's thrown it away now. And I was like, yay, that's amazing. That's brilliant, because that is what I'm talking about here. It's not about fitting in. It's like, how do you want to connect with people? How do you want to have an incredible connection with people when you talk to them so they can make a choice about working with you or not? That choice is like, it's a hell yes, or it's a hang on a second, I need to go away and think about those. Actually, this isn't right. And respecting every step of their decision around that. Rena says, I don't know what I mean. I need to think about it more. Brilliant. Great. Because sometimes in our own questions or our own thoughts, if it doesn't really make sense to us, it's like we have to like go away and think about that. And sometimes, like when I'm training and when I'm doing things, I will be saying something and I might just stop for a minute and go, is that actually what I mean? Is that actually what I mean? Because as we expand and grow, I love this. Thank you, Marina. Like as I learn and grow, as I expand, as I'm being given access to more and more wisdom, because the universe is ever expanding and ever growing. We don't even know what we don't know yet. I mean, this just blows my mind to pieces. We don't even know what we don't know yet. We are getting access to even more information as we learn and grow, as we step into leading ourselves towards greatness. We have access to even more information. And our old paradigm of how we believe things and our old belief structures are shifting and changing, and we are building new ones. And it's bit by bit by bit. So often I hear people say to me in spiritual communities or ask, like, when is the new paradigm going to land? When is it going to happen? When is it going to shift? And then I'll know I'm safe in order to do it. We're creating it right now. As we butt up against a belief that we think, is that mine? Is that really truly what I think? Or I'm not really sure what I mean here. We get to rewrite our script. We get to rewrite our paradigm. We get to rewrite our beliefs and step into new ones. This is the power of it. I am blown away every kind of like month. I'll be like, oh, that belief I had has changed. It's shifted. And that's what I love about my work. As I work with new people, as I keep growing, as I keep teaching things, my understanding of things keeps growing with me. I'm just a few steps ahead of my clients, and that's amazing, because we're learning and growing together. There is no leadership over anymore. This does not exist in the new paradigm. It really doesn't. This is power over. This is like this situation. I have more power in this environment. I know more than you and you know less than me. So I'm going to teach this to you and you're going to do it my way and you'll have success. This is not what we are walking into. This is about finding leaders that are allowing you to lead your own way, finding your own way to your own greatness, whatever that means. And that might mean that actually you're not the leader to lead me. I've just learned something. Great. You're not the leader. Like, it's time to move on. And finding those people that are helping us. But for me, it's about learning and growing together. When I leave myself out of my comfort zone, I can worry about perceptions and what other people might think. I now think this is perhaps where I give some power away. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We're human beings. We have an ego. We want to belong. So this is not about like going, I don't care what other people think. Like, we are going to care because we're human and we're in this environment and we're in this human community, this global community, walking alongside many, many other people. But where we stop ourselves from being in our greatness for the safety of what other people think, we give our power away. we absolutely give our power away. And that doesn't mean we have to walk away from them. We just have to stand for that we have a different way of doing things. And I'm going to stand in my own leadership, and you can have some of that magic too, but it might be in a slightly different direction, which is great. So we can walk hand in hand, but in a different direction, side by side, but walking in different directions. This is how we create the new paradigm. This is so powerful. This is powerful beyond belief. And it really is a game changer. Where are you giving your power away? Sit and think about this for a moment. When you are in interactions, when you're in situations, where do you allow that situation, that conversation, that person to pull you out of alignment and out of your own leadership? It makes you wobble so much, and then it's hard work to come back to what you remembering, what you believe. When you notice that that's happening, it's okay. Stand firm in what you believe. Ask questions. Is this really what I think? Is this really what I mean? Or is what I mean and now shifting because we're stepping into a new paradigm? We're stepping into a new wave of consciousness, new wave of doing things that you may want to see differently. Don't be fixed to everything we believe. Allow it to have room for growth, expansion. That doesn't mean say you have to throw things away, but allow things to evolve as you evolve. With every step of the way, we're bringing knowledge and wisdom and something different to the table with every interaction that we have. So let me know if you've got any other questions around this. This has been a fascinating conversation. This wasn't quite where I had anticipated it to go, but I have been nudged to share and lean more into this conversation. So tell me in the comments, what have you learned? What are you taking away from this conversation? And if you'd like to have more powerful conversations like this, you can join my private Facebook group, Soul Inspired Leaders. We meet every week. This show goes live every week on a Wednesday out to various different platforms, but there are other things that are going on also in my community. It's an opportunity to connect with other soul inspired leaders. This is for you, an opportunity for you to lead the way of like, how do you want to connect? How do you want to work with other people through this? Come and join, sign up to my YouTube channel. There's loads of learnings on there as well. Join me on LinkedIn. If you'd like an Akashic reading, click on the links. You can sign up and book an Akashic reading with me, or 3 Akashic readings. If you'd love to know what working with me one-to-one looks like, then send me a private message. Let's connect. Let's have a conversation. Let's see if this is right for you or not. And let's see what your next step in leadership it looks like in your business to creating and contributing to the great change on the planet that we absolutely need. So next week, I will be back here for a meditation, which is all about becoming magnetic. We're going to be doing a journey in the Akashic records and be activating that magnetism so you can step more into your greatness and into your leadership and become more magnetic to what you desire. So if you're watching the replay, type #replay. Let me know if you've got any questions, and I'll see you again next week, same time, 4 p.m. every Wednesday UK time, and have an amazing week in the meantime. Bye for now.